Hi, I'm Jennifer Jimenez,
Hi, I'm Citlali Corrales.
and this is AYA Agenda.
So we're here discussing the issue of school shootings and whether it is a problem of gun control or mental illness.
So, I personally think that gun control is the main problem here in this big situation. I think that gun control, although mental illness is a problem, it's only a small problem in the huge situation. And even if people are mentally ill and they don't have the access to these guns, they won't necessarily go out and commit these mass shootings.
But like from according to an article from the Los Angeles Times, at least 59% of 185 school shootings were due to them having prior like mental disorders, and it does impact them because many of them they're not in the right state of mind when they enter the school and start shooting people.
I actually have a counter argument statistic in that Michael Stone, a psychiatrist at Columbia University, actually said that 52 out of 235 killers were mentally ill, which only makes up 20% of these numbers. So that your point sort of is not correlating with what I have in saying that mental illness is a problem.
But were those teen statistics or adult statistics?
This was a mixture of both.
Okay,
So-
but we're discussing about like school shootings involving teenagers, and some of them they're vulnerable to such things as bullying. There's other factors that correlate with them causing these acts upon.
Yeah,
schools.
again, as I said, bullying and mental illness is a problem. I believe it's a smaller problem into this big situation. If they didn't have these access to guns, they wouldn't be going out and committing these murders.
But do you believe there should be like psychiatric evaluations when purchasing a gun? If so, then that means that mental health is a big part of these guns.
I think that should be a stage that people have to pass in the gun control. When they're purchasing a gun, I think there should be these sort of barriers that would have to be crossed to make sure that a person is mentally stable in order to purchase a gun. But that's not happening with our Congress. The United States is the highest developed country that has like the highest numbers of homicide, according to the UN news. And so this just shows that it's Congress who's not responding with these gun control laws, and they're the people that have the power. So it's evident that people, citizens of the United States, like they're against these gun problems, but Congress isn't doing anything about it. So
Yeah.
that shows a problem in government.
Yeah, but I feel like in the United States we've formed like this big patriotism around guns and how many people own guns, and some of them are actually responsible, but I feel like psychiatric evaluation should be considered because that is a major part. And even in our culture today, media such as Instagram are using videos of people not noticing the signs of mental health issues that some students have, like Nicholas Cruz, who had mental illness before entering and shooting his school.
But that, again, he had the access to guns because his parents were irresponsible and leaving the guns in his house, able for him to get these guns and go out and do this mass shooting. But that just goes to show that there was no strict gun laws or evaluation for these parents. So there was no way of telling if these parents were responsible enough. So where are we supposed to know if these people are actually responsible and if they should get guns?
Even if we do have strict gun laws per se, they're always going to try to find a way to find access to guns, whether it be purchasing from out of state, like out of different countries.
I think that's true. I think that's always going to happen. There are always people that find different ways, find different loopholes to this situation. But that is another thing, that gun control laws are not strict, which allows these people to sell guns illegally. And as I would like to mention, the people who sell guns interpret this as a business. They don't really care about emotions. They don't care who they're selling to. Most of the time, they don't really evaluate, which means that they're not. It's a business, so they care about money. So these people who are selling guns interpret their business, as a corporation. So they don't really care about the people who they're selling guns to, which means that there is no evaluation, as you would say, as you actually mentioned that there should be an evaluation. There hardly is, because it is a business.
Yeah. So this area like of school shootings is like not just black and white, but there are many gray areas too, whether there should be gun control and psychiatric evaluations.
Yeah, I think they're both a part of the puzzle. I think that gun control laws should be stricter, and also there should be mental evaluation. I'm Jennifer Jimenez.
I'm Citlali Corrales.
Reporting from Studio A at USC Annenberg